It's an exciting time, week 6, module 2, creating a culture of achievement. You've read the book. You have spent a lot of time with wonderful, deep reflections about how each of these pillars fit into your current school situation, into the sphere of influence you currently have, into the sphere of influence you'll have as your leadership grows. You've made thoughts and commitments about how these pillars fit in with your own thinking, your own professional development, your own leadership, and your own commitment to make immediate changes in the culture of your school so it becomes even more effective place for kids to learn, a more important place where kids want to participate, where adults want to teach, where parents and community members want to partner, an engaging place. To prepare for this week, you have read Chapter 6 of Fisher, Fry, and Pumpian. Read Chapter 7 on your own. Book is kind of yours now to highlight, tear up, sell, own, use as a reference as you think about how your sphere of influence can continue to make your school and your future school a place where achievement is celebrated and occurs with a wide range of people in a wide range of ways. Hopefully by now you've had a lot of time to read the Restorative Practice book, and that has given you ideas about your own discipline policies in the classroom, in the school, and how you might want to change those things. There's lots of supplemental books and materials and training that are available around restorative practice. Just drop any of us a note that you're more interested in some more reading, or you're more interested in some more formal training, or you'd love to take a group of your colleagues through training or some visitations, and we'll be happy to set that up for you, help you accomplish that. You've been thinking long and hard about the culture of the school is based on the words we use, and now based on the opportunity that learning is never too late, that you've completed your blog post for It's Never Too Late to Learn. You've thought about how that relates to your own school, your own classroom, and your future. And the purpose of this week is to start talking about how all of these pillars form a culture that there's a shared belief that we're part of something really special and really great. When you get that feeling in a school, magic happens. When the people that attend the school, the staff, the students, your parents, your partners, your leadership team all feel that this is a special place, that special things are happening, we're part of something great. The culture sharpens its own saw, continues to grow and refine. And every school has key stakeholders that have this feeling of greatness, of being special. But part of culture building is increasing the percentage and the number and the type of stakeholders that share that feeling. And we're going to continue to talk about how that notion of being a part of something great and special increases your own sphere of influence and ways to do that. So this pillar, the notion of being a part of something special and something great, with great and tremendous unlimited possibilities, was the pillar we defined as the best school in the universe. And you already know from reading the chapter, this wasn't about competition. This wasn't about our score was higher than your score, or we're better than you. This is an internal mechanism to say this is a place that we are proud to be a part of. We hope every school aspires to be, believes they are, has examples of being the best. A place where people really want to teach and learn and invest their time, their energy, and resource. A place where people really want to engage. I began this discussion with you about pillars that without engagement, learning doesn't take place. And so engagement is the key to opening up all the riches of teaching and learning and building competence and confidence and aspirations in kids. A place where teachers invest their time and energy because they believe they have a tremendous impact on the efficacy of the organization. The best school in the universe is not a notion of this make-believe utopia that will never occur. Because again, if you read the chapter carefully, you know that there are times each day in any particular classroom, in any hallway conversation, in any particular interaction between a parent and a teacher, or a principal and his or her staff, or a teacher and a student or a group of students, something magical happens. And when that magic happens, when that teaching and learning and engagement is at a rich and wonderful level, for that moment, you're the best school in the universe. And our job as leaders is to how we build our sphere of influence to encourage and increase and expand those moments. So we learn from our mistakes when we're far from being the best to increase the likelihood that that interaction was wonderful. That lesson was fantastic. That resolution with that group of parents, we should be proud of ourselves. We're glad we're here. All the pillars lead to this sense of efficacy, this sense of being the best, the sense of being great, the sense of unlimited possibilities and potential based on what we've created so far. So all the pillars kind of lead to this best school in the universe pillar. You can't be the best school in the universe if you're not welcoming, if you're not creating a place where learning is always possible, where we learn from our mistakes as well as our successes, where we use words that encourage other people to think about their agency and their identity and their aspirations. When we do all those things really well in a particular moment or week or lesson or unit or school-wide on a more regular and consistent basis, we are approaching that best school in the universe notion. It's an everyday thing. We have this next interaction, this next lesson, this next conversation. We have the opportunity to be the best, to be the worst, or just be mundane. It's your choice. So be proactive. Being the best school in the universe is creating a learning community. It's creating a sense that we've learned so much, we've accomplished so much, we're ready to learn and accomplish more. And that's where your culture becomes self-renewing. And that's where your culture has a built-in sharpened saw. And that's where you as a leader continue to make sure that that's an open system where new energy, new information, and new resources are continually fueled into the system. So, we've gone through the pillars. You've written your reflections on each pillar, and you've written commitments of things you're going to try to start doing immediately, many things you already have started to already do. And that leads to your final assignment. And your final assignment is you're going to create a best school in the universe electronic museum walk. So I'm going to talk to you conceptually what that means, and then in the helicopter video, Bill will give you much more specific directions of how you actually create and post and respond to the blog. You're going to create an electronic poster, really a short presentation, a poster that's broken into perhaps several slides, saying why you are aspiring to be, the things you put in place that make you more likely to be, for a moment, the best school in the universe. It will represent the work you're doing to enhance your school culture through the pillars this past semester. If you remember, each of your reflections, you've made commitments to 5 actions. So your best school in the universe poster presentation will be kind of an update, a review, a highlighting of those 5 actions. On the poster, you'll provide a summary highlighting actions you committed to, the status of the implementation of those actions, things you're learning, the next steps you plan to take. Doesn't mean you're going to list all 5 for all the categories. You may choose to. It may mean you highlight particular ones that are working well, or highlight ones that you've learned a lot from, or highlight the next things you're really going to do to expand your sphere of influence in creating a more positive and enhanced culture in your school. Bill's helicopter video is going to highlight the steps that you're going to do to create your poster presentation, which will be due next week, week 7, and then your responsibility is to comment to other people's presentations that you'll do between week 7 and week 8. It's an exciting time. We've moved from you being very dependent on us for information about the pillars to getting to a level where we're exchanging information very effectively together, and now it's on you to go back and say, what have I learned from my reflections? What have I learned from the actions I committed to take, the actions I committed that I am taking, the things the responses and feedback I'm getting already, the next things I know I need to do, and how do you share that as your commitment to making your school a better place tomorrow than it was yesterday, to approach becoming the best school in the universe. Until then, I guess if you're the best school in the universe, over and out. Have a great week.